So, devotion, what is that actually devotion? We know certain emotions. One is hate, we know very well. The other one is love, we know it. So one side it is hate and the other side it is love. So hate, and then we show different kinds of attitude, emotions. It's anger. We don't like someone and we hate, and then we shout at them, and then we love them, and when these kinds of emotions we show. So this is see, towards a pet, towards a person, towards a thing, or towards a picture. So we love, we show our love towards something. We show our love towards something, and then we show our hate and our anger towards something. That means what? Our relation. We relate to something with an attitude. This is the important point. We relate to something or someone with an attitude. That attitude, we call it emotions. So, emotional approach towards everything. Our approach towards everything is emotional. So, emotional approach means there is an attachment. There is something in your mind which attached to the other thing. So, without an attachment, there is no emotion at all. So there is a relation. Attachment means a relation. You are related to something. So you are related in a positive way or you related in a negative way. These kinds of, suppose there is a fear. So that is a relation. You are related to something in such a way that you are afraid the presence of that. You think that is going to attack you. So that is how it works. So it's all our mind. So our mind is an allowing mind, and the mind wants always some kind of an emotional stress for its continuity. So we love emotional stress. Why do you say it is emotional stress? Because we are attached to that. If there is no emotion in our mind, and then usually we say, oh, its life is boring. If activity means what? Activity means you put your mind in something and work for it towards anything. So it can be in a negative way or means in a positive way or negative way. So there is some kind of relationship between with the other thing. So this is how a human mind works. So that is why we love our parents, we love our kids, we love our spouse, and we love boyfriend or girlfriend or neighbor or whoever it is. So we need to be with someone. We need to be with someone. We don't like to be alone. That's the basic, basic thing. It's not a problem, but basic thing is nobody likes to be alone. Alone means a loneliness means something we cannot tolerate. So that's why if there is no one to be no one is there to love, then we start hating also. So in that way, we try to relate to other person through hate. We try to relate to other person through love, through hate, and through anger. These kinds of emotions. We need at least a person to show some kind of emotion towards that person. Then we are happy. That's called relation. So alone means what? No one is there. At that time we pick up something or some animal. So you relate to, you have a pet, you have a cat, you have a dog, then you relate to that cat or dog, start loving it, and then there is a relation. So that's why no one likes to be alone. In that case, so we continue to hold our problems. The problem is that we are not happy with what we have. That's the basic problem. We are happy with, we are happy sometimes. We are happy with something. We are happy with someone. But we are not always happy. We are not happy with everything. We are happy with something is okay. We say that, oh, life is just goes on. So but that is not I want. I want something more, but I'm not getting it. I know that I am qualified to get something better than what I have right now, but it's not coming to me. So there is a complaining behind everything, or in a subtle way, our mind continues to complain. That complaint is nothing but I am not getting what I want. It's a complaining person. It's a crying baby. A baby is baby is there in every person's mind. That baby is continues to cry. Most of the time, baby wants something or something else to get attracted, so that its mind is diverted. So we need diversion to escape from the crying baby inside, who is inside, sitting there. So we need diversion from our disappointment, from our sadness. So suppose we say that there is no sadness, but then it is loneliness. Loneliness makes you sad. So we want to get rid of that loneliness or sadness or feeling inadequate. So that's why we go after something. So basically, every person, whether it is a kid or an aged person, goes after something or someone. So nothing is there, then it starts cooking. So making something else. So a different preparation, so that the person can be happy. Now, what is this relation with the devotion or bhakti? Bhakti is a Sanskrit word. Its English translation is devotion. Bhakti yoga, devotion. Have you heard the word devotion? No. Devotion means love. You are devoted. These kinds of devotee. Devotee is the person who is devoted. Devotion means love towards something. So usually normal love is not said something as a devotion. Devotion means it is a total dedication. Total dedication means, usually we used to say some phrases like I devoted to my child. You used to speak, I am devoted to my parents because I have to take care of my parents. They are aged. I devoted my time to them. Means I have given up. I have given up my personal interest for them. So they are important to me. They don't make me happy or anything, but I consider taking care of them is that makes me happy. So taking care of them makes me happy means my approach towards them is not something which is common, but it is something greater. Greater means what? How can you say it is greater? Greater means I am willing to sacrifice my time for them. So serving an elderly person does not make me usually make me any kind of enjoyment, but it is a suffering. Means work is a suffering for everyone. So I take care of the other person, but that person is very much close to me, is related to me, my own father or mother, or an unknown person, but I love to take care of that. Means there is a love with, with a higher level of attitude. Usual love with normal level of attitude is called simple love or interest. You say that I am interested, means I am not interested. These kinds of things are there. But here, you when you give up your your selfishness for taking care of other person, or even a child, you love to take care of the child. That time also, you don't expect the child to be loved you back, or you don't expect the aged person to love you back, but still you love to serve them, you love to love them. That's it. When you love to love them, that is there is a divinity in it. That is divine, because there is the level of selfishness is less compared to other things. So this is how an ordinary person knows a higher level of love. So that higher level of love, everybody knows it. Now, and how you are going to relate this love to God? The bhakti here, bhakti means devotion. It is related to God. It is not related to child or aged person. Bhakti is related to God. I don't even accept the presence of God. So this is one thing. I because I have no experience at all. I never encountered God at all. So there is no real picture of God. There is no real sound of God. Somebody draw a picture and said it is God. Somebody made a sound and then say it is God's sound. Or somebody has something and says it is given by God, said by God, made by God. So actually, what experience do I have with God? But I like to think that there is a God. I don't want the God is to be negated. I know there may be a God, but he is nothing to do with me. So I heard that suppose there is a God, the God that God is so great that he is not going to relate to me in any way. It is like a king of the king, or an emperor. As an emperor, how is a simple subject is going to relate to the emperor? So maybe from a far distance, the subject can look at him. Not even he is not going to see you or wave you back. When you say do namaste or wave, shows your hand, then he is not going to give any attention to you, or to you all at all. So, is there any God which I can relate? Is there any God who looks at me personally? Do I have a personal God? Is it possible to have a personal God? Like a pet, like my own child, like a parent I take care of, so that I am the master of my God. Even though God is my master, like when I take care of the child, the level of love I show to the child is depend on my capacity. Then that love is totally depends upon my knowledge, means the value I have. These kinds of things are there. So in that way, can I have a personal God? Let there be God of everyone. But can I have a personal God so that I can relate? Yes, you can have a personal God. Then that personal God, who will give that personal God to me? You can create your own personal God, the replica of the God. So God is, there is one definition for God. Sat Chit Ananda, Satchidananda. Satchidananda means existence, happiness, awareness. Existence, that which exists, that is existence. The existence itself is noun. So his name is existence. Then awareness. That's the definition of God. Awareness. He is awareness. He has awareness is different. I have it. I have awareness. But I am awareness means that's something different. I am 50 kg or 60 pounds. But that cannot be considered as awareness. I have awareness. But here God is awareness. So awareness is God, existence is God, and happiness is God. That is why the definition of God is Satchidanandaha. Where you can see that word here in the text, it is given in the third paragraph, Sat Chit Ananda. Did you see that word? That's it. That's what I said. So eternal life, infinite consciousness, and limitless bliss. That is what it is here given. Here it is. Sat means existence. Chit means awareness. Ananda means happiness. So such a thing is not, it cannot be related to. So a person means we can relate to that person. We can, at least we can see that person because he has a form. So Sat does not have a form. Sat means existence. Existence does not have a form. A form of its own, or we cannot assume a form also. We cannot give a form for the existence. So in that way, God cannot be related. Then, but I want to have a God who can be related. That time, great saints or the teachers of the earlier time says that you imagine God and place that God in your heart. So imagine that God sits in your heart. And now I want to give a shape to that God. So what kind of emotions are you going to show upon that God? I have so much hatred. I like to place that hatred on God. Okay, you can have it. You show your hatred towards God which is in your heart. Oh, is it possible? Yes. And if you have love, already you place your God in your heart. So that is imagined God. So you show your love towards that God. In that way, consider that God is a baby. Show your emotion towards that God. Consider suppose I want God as a loved one. So usually God in Krishna's form is considered by almost all girls as their boyfriend. So Krishna is my boyfriend. Usually Rama is not considered as boyfriend. Rama is the name of God and Krishna is the name of God. Krishna may be most probably Krishna you might have heard. right? Krishna consciousness, Hare Krishna movement. So Krishna is considered as a baby loved by mother. So there is a motherly affection towards Krishna. So certain aged persons, they considered Krishna a baby, Krishna as their loved baby. And then younger girls, they considered Krishna young boy or an adult as their beloved, loved one. So they sing with some kind of lovely songs. And then some others considered Krishna as their friend, like Arjuna. So Arjuna considered Krishna as his friend. So in that way, you, you imagine God first, place that God in the heart, and relate to that God the way you want. Is it easy? Now, it is like imagine a person, and then you love that imagined person. What do you think about that? Is it just a notion, or some kind of imagine means not living in reality? So it cannot be real. So are you telling that it kind of happiness you draw by yourself because you don't have anyone to be loved? No. Here, this is a path, not an end. Here, the, the issue is with our mind. So we need to find out the issue with the mind. So, or we need to understand the mind in such a way that we want to know what is exactly our mind. To recognize the nature of mind, the first thing. So for that we can go for psychologist or psychiatry. So instead of going there to find out one's own mind's nature, we need a spiritual approach so that we don't have to go to the psychologist. A spiritual approach means I'm willing to understand my mind. So how my mind works? That's the question. How my mind works, and how am I going to react to other person's actions? So I want to react in such a way that, but at a particular time I could not react in that way. That was one of my disappointment. So usually if someone says something, I want to reply on the spot in such a way that I want to claim that I won. But unfortunately, nothing comes out of my mind, my mouth. So I could not say anything. And come back to the room, and I started repeating what I heard and what I going to say. And then I am disappointed that I could have said this. I should have done that. So that was a disappointment. At that time, you need a person to make you comfortable. Who is there? Maybe there is a boyfriend or girlfriend or a wife or a husband or a child. You share with your things with that person. One or time they may hear, and after that they said, "Oh, you are complaining. Why don't you use your mind to something else? Come on, let us sing a song. Come on, let us watch a movie." You divert your attention. That's what they say. They they won't comfort. They won't make you comfortable. For someone, not for everyone, right? Not for everyone. It's for someone. So at that time, you make a complaint towards the God who sits in your heart. Oh Krishna, suppose you are a devotee of Krishna. Oh Krishna, You didn't help me at that time. You make a complaint. So you can complain to that Krishna. So in that way, the pressure of your mind will comes down. You have a cushion. So the emotional stress will be minimized. So that is the beginning. Now, you may you may start thinking more about the reality of everything else. At that time, these kinds of attitude will help you to find the reality of everything. You may be in the process of knowing God in his real nature. What is that real nature? Sat, Chit, Ananda. That's the real nature. How can you say that Satchidananda exists? Satchidananda means existence exists. Existence, everything else exists because this exists, this exists, this exists. But existence exists as it is. Existence exists as it is. Is it possible? No? Yes or no? Existence exists as it is. Possible or not? How? Do you exist? Yes or no? Yes. How do you know that you exist? How do I know you exist? Even though say looks like same questions, but the answers are different. I know I exist. That's my, is it my experience? How do you experience yourself? When you touch your left hand, that's an experience. When you know that when you know yourself, is that an experience? To experience, you need something else. You are sad. Sadness is experienced. You are happy. Happiness is experienced. Because right now it is not, there is no happiness, and then you experience the happiness. Right now, or sometime, some other time, there is no sadness, and now sadness comes, you experience. So experience means that which comes, stays, and goes. Then there is experience. If something continuously exists forever, and that, how are you going to experience that? Do you experience your own eyes? Do you have eyes? But how do you know that you have eyes? Do you see your eyes? Without seeing, how can you say that there is eyes? Because when I see something, I know the presence of eyes. When I don't see something, then how am I going to prove that the presence of eyes? So seeing shows the existence of eyes. Seeing shows the existence of eyes. Suppose from the beginning of the life I don't see anything, then I would say that I don't have eyes. That means there is only one thing, that seeing makes the existence of eyes. In that same way, do you see yourself as a person who sees, means the seer? Do you see yourself as a seer? No, it is not possible. but you can recognize yourself as a seer. So that is the difference. You cannot see yourself as a, you see means you are walking. So you can see yourself as a person who walks. But same way you cannot see yourself as a person who sees. Means you see in such a way that you know that you are seeing. You know that you are seeing. Same way, here it is, your own existence is known to you without anything else. Your presence of eyes is known to you when you see something. But your own presence, you don't need anything else to know that you exist. That's the point. So you are something more than what you think. That's the point. You are something more than what you are. Then what am I? What is known to you is not you. Because it is known. What is experienced by you is not you. Because it is experienced. What you have is not you. Because you have it. You possess it. I have this means it is not me. I see this means it's not me. So there is a definition or a difference between the subject and object. It's a very important philosophical thoughts, philosophical aspect. There is, everybody knows subject and object. When someone sees something, that is object and the seer is subject. When someone hears something, the heard is object and the hearer is the subject. So that is the definition, that is the difference between subject and object. Because subject is subject and object cannot be subject. Ever. See, suppose you see your body. Is it seen or seer? When you see your body, means the knower of the body cannot be body. So the knower of the body is subject and the body which is known by the knower is object. So you are not your body. The knower you is totally different than the body you have. So same way, the thought you have is known by you. I am thinking. When you say I am thinking, that thinking is your mind. The mind you have is inside you. That mind is known to you, therefore it is object and mind is not you, the knower. So the physical body is known to you, but physical body is not you. The mind is called subtle body. Subtle body is known to you, but subtle body is not you. Then what it is? Knower. You are knower. You are knower consciousness. You are conscious of everything. Your true nature is consciousness, or you are aware of everything. Your true nature is awareness. You are nothing but awareness. The awareness, full of awareness. Not a second thing. Awareness. Awarer. You are awarer. Awareness is awarer. You are aware of your thoughts because you are awareness. You are awareness. You are aware of the body because you are awareness. Same way you are aware of the world, you are awareness. So you are awareness. That awareness, no one can touch that awareness. No one can even relate to that awareness. No one can understand that awareness. That's why your complaint is valid. No one will be able to know me. Yes, you are awareness. How the other person is able to know you? You don't understand me. You usually used to say, you don't understand me. I am much more than that. Yes, you are awareness. The awareness cannot be known by any other person. Only you can understand yourself as awareness. So you are awareness. If you are awareness, then God is what? God is awareness. So consider that God is not part of this physical world. God is not part of this physical world, and God is not created by a human being, and God is not sitting somewhere here or there, but consider that God is awareness. When you say you are awareness, God is nothing but awareness. So then there is a relationship between you and God, that is the relationship of sameness. That you are awareness and God is awareness. You are equal to God now. God is awareness. You are awareness. You are equal to God. Now therefore you can have a relationship with God. Previously you don't have any idea who is God. That is why you cannot have a relationship with God. But you know now, if you recognize yourself as awareness, then accept that God is awareness. The first part is what? You have to recognize yourself as awareness. Then God is awareness. Then if how many awareness is known to you? Next question. Do you know your own awareness? Yes or no? I know myself. I know awareness. Means I know consciousness. Okay. So I know consciousness. Do you know my... so same way I also have awareness, consciousness. Do you know my consciousness? Then how many consciousness is able to known by you? Only one. That's you. That's why it is unique. So every person is unique. So there is no second person is equal to the first person. So that's why the first person is always I. That I is always same for everyone. Whether I said or you said or anyone else said, it is always I. I, 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 I. I cannot be plural also. I and we, even though we say it, I saw and he sees, or he saw. I see or he sees. We saw, we see. When we say, that means I included that the other person with me, even though I know it, that his awareness is not known to me. So the base is that, or the point is that, I am aware that is known to me alone. That is the life. That awareness is gone from the body, the life is gone. That awareness is gone from the mind, life is gone. So that's life. Awareness is life. So the that means anywhere there is life, there is awareness. For example, this plant is having awareness, just like we have. It is aware of its surrounding, its nature, aware of water, aware of air, aware of sunlight. So it knows itself as awareness, but not the way we know it. Our mind is a bigger mind, is grown in such a way that we are capable of understanding the awareness as we, as I. Now, this awareness, I, having so many problems. I'm not happy with what I am. How come that awareness is sad? That's the question. See, I am sad. Or how come the awareness is happy? That's also possible. So I am happy. Do you think that awareness can be happy? When I say I is awareness. Means I know it. Consciousness. Always I think that consciousness is an adjective. I have consciousness. I possess something. That is consciousness. But suppose I say that I am consciousness. I am conscious of something is different. I am consciousness. I am consciousness means what? I am consciousness. Consciousness cannot be the matter. It's two different things. Matter is matter, consciousness is consciousness. If I am consciousness, I cannot be matter. And suppose I say that I am a combination of consciousness and matter. That's what I like to say. I am consciousness and matter to put together a property is called human being. If that's it, I'm comfortable with that. But do you know that consciousness cannot be combined with matter? It's two different things. Water is matter, earth is matter, air is matter. You can put everything together in one bottle. You can say that the thing. Matter is matter, but consciousness is not matter. So the combination of consciousness and matter is not possible at all. Either you are consciousness or you are matter. Which one do you prefer that? Are you matter or consciousness? Huh? Matter or consciousness? I like to be consciousness, right? It looks too difficult.
So why can't you be both?
Yeah, it is. Is it possible to be both? Matter means what? We have a body. We can understand exactly what is this matter. Let us say that my body. Actually, what is this body? Right now, let us say that it is 60 kg, for example. At the age of 1, how many kgs were there? Let's say 20 kg. Okay. So from 20 kg to right now 60 kg, this 40 kg is from where? From where? From the food you have taken. That's it. The food you have taken, the bread and jam and butter, all those things put together, is continuously taking and continuously keeping little bit with our body, and it is growing and growing and growing. And that that bread and butter and jam, from where it comes? Is from the world, the thing, the matter. That's it. So the matter from the world comes to you, and you consume it, and you place it in your body, or you store it in your body. The matter does not become consciousness. Matter remains as matter. So the physical body remains as physical body. So a part of the physical the part of that bread taken by you goes in the form of your hair, and a part will goes in the form of your eyes, or your kidney, or your heart, any parts of your, any limbs of your body is nothing but made by the food you have taken. Nothing else. It is true, and it is known by everyone. But that body, even though I said it is at the age of 1, before that, it was when it was so tiny, from that time onwards, it depends upon food or matter from the world for its growth. So continuously consuming means continuously taking the matter from the word and making it part of its own. So that's why growth happens, and growing and growing and growing and growing. Same way it continues. So what is that then? Then what is this body? Whatever you have eaten yesterday, that becomes body of yours today. Yesterday's food, today's body. Day before yesterday's food, today's. Yeah, that's true. It's not true. Not accepted. That's why when people are weak, they others will say, "The eat well, eat well, eat well." Means what? Without eating, you won't grow. So yesterday's body, yesterday's food, today's body. Day before yesterday's food, today's body. 10 years back, body. 20 years back. So when the life starts, that time onwards, food is taken from the world. Food is nothing but matter. The food is also, there is a way of processing for the food also. That we'll see sometimes later. And then you see your body is nothing but what? Matter. That's the point. The food you have taken. Nothing but the food you have taken, or the food the parents have taken. That's where you started. Everyone started. It is not you, the person. You is not important here. Everyone, that's how it started. So there you get an identity. But the matter or the food is not consciousness. So consciousness is combined with the food, then you have a body, and the consciousness continues to be in that body, and consciousness makes your mind to work, consciousness make your body to work, and then one day consciousness decides, enough, I don't need this body anymore. Then the consciousness separates itself from the body. Then you say body lies here. So matter lies here. Matter remains there as matter. Consciousness is gone. Then you say it is, person is gone. So that is why you are unique. You are nothing but consciousness. If you are consciousness, the creator of this world is also consciousness. The other person is also consciousness. Wherever life there is consciousness. So you are in the thick forest of consciousness. It's not the thick forest of matter. So you are not among one consciousness in the jungle of matters, but you see consciousness everywhere. You see, look around. Where there is no consciousness, you will find consciousness everywhere, awareness everywhere. You are living in the middle of the awareness. So consider that cosmic awareness is God. The awareness surrounds you is God. And in that thickness of the consciousness, you stays protectively, that you is you the awareness. So you the awareness, and the awareness the whole universal awareness. So now we can say that individual awareness you, and the universal awareness is God. Logically it is okay? Little bit, huh? Logically it is okay?
The what?
Individual awareness is you, and the universal awareness is God.
And then what would be the question?
Is it okay? This that yeah. If everyone else accept, I also accept. You can say that. Now, therefore, you can have a relationship. So therefore, individual as an individual, I pray to God who protects me, who gives me food and other things for my existence. I didn't create food for me. I didn't create world for me. I didn't create, there is world, therefore I can see it. I didn't create that world. There is sound, I can hear it. There is sound, therefore I can hear it. So whoever is there who brings all those other items other than me is none other than God. The sky is simply sky. Because there is a sky or the ether or space, therefore I can exist. My existence totally depends upon this universe. So whoever brought forward this universe, whoever brought forward all those things, he is not an ordinary matter. It is not ordinary matter. It is the consciousness. It works wonders. So therefore, I am relating to that universal consciousness, and my relationship with that universal consciousness is called bhakti. That's called bhakti. Because my love, but it is higher level. Because it is not a simple love. It is not a return is not expected, because already I am in debt. It is not that I cry, therefore God comes. It is the capacity to crying is given by God. That's how I take it. I don't have anyone to be loved, therefore I cry. The capacity to my existence is given by God. That's how I take it. So that way, when I relate myself to the universal existence or universal reality, then my mind is in a particular or a peculiar way of emotions. That is called bhakti. It's called bhakti yoga. I think that's the logical part. Now we'll see some lines from here. What is Bhakti Yoga? Is devotional, genuine, genuine search of the divine. It's a search that is always beginning, continuing, and ending in love. It is the path of spiritual devotion. It is the realization of this relationship between soul and God. That's the point. Relationship between soul and God. What is the soul? Awareness. Consciousness is soul. There is no other soul. Consciousness is soul. So when you say I am, that I am is consciousness, that I am is soul. There is no other soul. And Narada is one of the saint who is very much familiar in this. Oh, Narada is realized divine sage who travels through the universe often singing his hymns, prayers and mantras. So this is how. This is how. Now, in spirituality, you cannot relate to God as Sachidananda. So Krishna and Shiva, have you heard the Shiva name? Shiva is a god. See, Shiva means destruction. Now you can chant a mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. So I pray to Shiva. Shiva means, the word meaning of Shiva is auspicious. I am my prayer to auspiciousness. So Shiva means auspiciousness. Vishnu, the word meaning of Vishnu is the one who pervades everywhere. What is that? What is that pervades everywhere? It is consciousness. So Shiva means consciousness, that which is auspicious. And Vishnu means Krishna. Krishna means what? Krishna means the one who attracts. What attracts us really? Love. Ananda, happiness attracts us. So Krishna is the one who attracts, means happiness. We are all after happiness. Everyone is happiness. Everyone lives in happiness. Everyone's living for happiness. So Krishna is happiness. So in that way, even though we do not know that we are devoted to God, but we are living as devotees. So we are living as bhaktas. Bhakta means what? Devotee. So in that way, this topic Bhakti Yoga is covered. And there is a few more, there are nine words is given in the 233, page number 233, forms of devotion. When we cover that, the topic will be over. Yeah. Forms of devotion. That we'll see that also. Shravanam. Shravanam means hearing. Shravanam means hearing. Kirtanam. Kirtanam means singing. Kirtanam means singing. Smaranam. Smaranam means remembering. And then Padasevanam. Padasevanam means serving. And Archanam. Archanam means worshipping. Vandanam. Vandanam prostration. Prostration means salutation. Vandanam. Then Dasyam. Dasyam means service. Do service to God. Then Sakyam. Sakyam means friendship. Then Atmanivedana means surrendering. So this is how you worship God. So a method is given for worshiping. How to relate to God? Use one of these. Shravanam means listen the glory of God. And then Kirtanam means learn some chanting and some some verses and then start singing. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, like that. Or Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, something like that. In a group, it will be nice. I think you are doing it, right? Yeah. So this kirtanam is important there. So Sravanam, Kirtanam, and then Smaranam. You contemplate, you remember and contemplate and imagine that it is in your heart and all those things. And then Padasevanam. Padasevanam means uh, do service to humanity also and worship others. All those things are good. So in that way, Bhakti Yoga makes you a complete person, a happy person, makes you something solid, makes you a person who with confidence, live with confidence, a happy person. Thank you. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.